Hi, my name's Christian Flotter and welcome to Ask Dr. Christian. Today we're going to talk about let's talk about auditory processing disorder. So what is auditory processing disorder? Auditory processing disorder is a form of sensory processing disorder where we have a bit of a hard time filtering out all the sounds and noises that can go on around us. See, at any given time, there can be a lot of noise going on. There could be birds in the trees outside. There could be planes or cars going past behind us. There could even be other students in the classroom who are chit-chatting amongst themselves, and all of this background noise becomes too much for us to filter out and ignore so we can pay attention to what we're doing. So prior to the age of 3 months, we are actually auditory dominant. And this makes sense. We've just finished spending 9 months in utero in a very controlled environment. In fact, it's an environment where one of the constants is sound. Mums' tummies make a lot of noises. When we first come out, we get exposed to bright lights. There's a whole bunch of gravity stuff. The skin stuff starts to feel different things, but sounds remain consistent. We are very much based on sound. And this is why it's really important to ensure that the first sounds that we get are good ones. We need to have nice, soothing, lovely talk or beautiful harmonic music going on that will help to stimulate brain development. In fact, even the mummy talk has been shown to benefit our brain's development. And this is very important because without that proper development, we don't get proper functioning of a part of our brain called the prefrontal cortex. Now, it is the prefrontal cortex that's involved in calming down a lot of our reflexic behaviors. Whenever we hear a sound, we want to look and see what that sound was. It's our prefrontal cortex that's involved in inhibiting that process. Now, in kids with auditory processing disorder, they don't have that proper integration of sounds. Everything's really becoming very important to the brain. So anytime there's a bit of a sound going on, they have to turn and see what it is that's making all these different sounds. This in a classroom environment becomes the kid that is easily distracted. Now, without that prefrontal cortex working properly, we can't filter out all of these background noises. So we might have a hard time concentrating. We might have a hard time focusing our attention. And this is a common report that we get from teachers is, my student would be brilliant if he was just able to focus his attention. So what can we do for kids with auditory processing disorder? Well, what's interesting is a lot of the times, these kids actually have very good hearing. And you put them in a quiet environment, everything is fantastic. They can do everything that you ask them to. It's when you put them into a crowded environment, such as a classroom, that we start to see a lot of their behaviors coming through. Now, this is where we can use some strategies to help with this process. Firstly, we want to engage. Get that child's attention, say their name, and ensure that they are paying attention to you prior to giving them any tasks to complete. We might also give them less tasks to complete at any given time. Instead of having a list of 10 things to do, give them a list of 3 things to do. That way they're more likely to get it done, and they also get that wonderful sense of satisfaction of completing all these tasks. Another possibility is providing a quieter environment. Doing things in a quieter room, they may be able to focus their attention better. Now, outside of the classroom, there are a few options as well. There are procedures that can be done using headphones that involve sound localization techniques, and that can help with that process too. As a chiropractor, I'm aware of research dating right back to 2007 that actually shows correction of problems inside the neck improves the region of our brain involved with all that integration of sounds and other sources. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope that it was able to teach you something about auditory processing disorder. But if you have any questions, you can ask Dr. Christian.